19 minutes before we hit the top of the hour. We are right now at 65 degrees in Fort Dodge, looking for that high today of 86. So not as bad as it has been, but still going to be a little summertime-ish, of course, as we progress on through the day. We're going to get back in those 90s as we get into tomorrow and into Saturday especially. We're going to run down that K97 weather in just a little bit. I'm almost afraid to see what I'm bringing up here because Whiskey Jam in Nashville.
How's it going?
What's going on, JD?
How are you, Darren? What's happening?
Iowa Tennessee connection. Joe Denim on with us, of course. What's happening? You know, just living the dream, man. Somebody's got to do it, right? Somebody's got to live it. Mine's always a nightmare, but somebody's got to do it.
But we're living it and doing it right, Darren.
Well, I don't know about we're doing it right. We're living it. I know that much.
DENIMFEST in less, 2 weeks? 3 weeks? Here it is.
23 days, my man. 23 days. That's 3 weeks and 2 days.
August 27th is going to be here just like that.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So coming up, DENIMFEST, man. You know, I every week that you jump on with me, it's like if you don't have your natural, fro going on, your natural fright wig that you wear, then you got a different hat. You almost remind me of I don't know if you remember the Gong Show.
Yeah.
Remember Chuck Barris used to wear that different hat all the time throughout the show, and a whole rack of them off to the side there.
This is a good hat, isn't it?
You're kind of the modern day Chuck Barris.
I didn't want to say anything. Trendsetter is what I go by,
Well, I don't know about trendsetter, other setters, without a doubt, but hey.
Yeah, Irish cream setters.
Those are the best. Don't you ever forget that. Don't you ever forget that. Hey, man, let's talk again about DENIMFEST because we have got a very special guest joining us today. You're going to be open that whole day on August 27th by a band out of the Clear Lake area that's been doing this for generations now, called the Hepperly Band. And Jennifer is joining us. Good morning, Jennifer. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you guys?
We're doing well. Good to see you. Good to meet you, actually.
Good to meet you.
Somebody told us that you were blonde. Are my glasses off? Or?
Brunettes have more fun, trust me.
Okay.
Oh, Jennifer, I don't know. You haven't been around a couple of redheads yet, have you? Because I think we go a little over the top with that. Hey, let's talk about August 27th, though. That's DENIMFEST right here in Fort Dodge. It's going to be at Fort Frenzy, as everybody knows, the Frenzy Field. And, of course, it's all named after one of our favorite people, John J. Denim of Denimville, Indiana. And then we decided to name it after Joe Denim, too, for whatever reason. But Ira Dean going to be opening for you, JD. Hepperly Band going to be opening for Ira. Tell us about the Hepperly Band, Jennifer, because from what I understand, I'll be honest, I don't know much about your group, about your band, but I understand you guys go back for many generations.
Yeah, absolutely. So it started probably about 40 years ago. John, who is the main man in the band, started playing out with his mom, and they played together in a band for 2 decades across North Iowa, southern Minnesota, Golden Country. And then I joined the band about a decade ago. John and I started dating and I joined the band, but it wasn't because we were dating. But his son Justin has been in the band and has been playing guitar and drums since he was about 5 is when he started playing, and then it's been playing out. So it's a 3 generations band. We've got a lot of really talented folks and have played across Iowa into Illinois, some southern Minnesota. We play music that you know and love. So everybody has a good time. We have a great time. It's a lot of fun. We play for weddings, special events, outdoor shows. We have our own sound systems, RCF sound system. It's an incredible system. So we get where we need to go and have a lot of fun doing it.
So you're going to have the sound system all set up that way Joe doesn't have to use a megaphone this year.
That's right. That's right. We are. He'll be heard for miles.
You're going to sound better finally, man. Not like you have a long way to go to sound better than you already do, but you having an actual sound system, that's going to make a difference, dude.
Well, I just won't have to push as hard. We won't have to, turn the talent up as much. It'll be, oh wait, I'm just kidding. So I heard about the Hepperleys. Jennifer, I heard about your band through Steve Hepperly.
Oh yeah.
That's why I heard about you guys. He was up at Treetown with us. He's sheriff now, right? I
he
wore his
sure
t-shirt.
is.
I wore his
He
T-shirt
sure
on
is.
stage in front of 30,000 people. I love that guy, and he's like, "You got to check these guys out. They're great," and we did. And I didn't know about the John U connection. I mean, I'm picking up a little Fleetwood Mac in there, huh?
Maybe.
And let's hope it doesn't end like Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, though. That's not a good ending.
Hey, she's gonna be
No.
here. She's gonna be here in a week or so. By the way, Darren, if you're in town, we'll go see
Stevie?
Stevie. Yeah,
You know,
Stevie's
okay, quick story. I actually saw Stevie in concert back in 1983, back in the day, right? And I was just asked this a couple weeks ago by one of my staff, what's the worst concert you've ever been to? Stevie Nicks was the worst concert I'd ever been to. She came out on stage and she was I'm just going to put it bluntly, stoned off her gourd. She sang the same song for about 42 straight minutes. I'm not kidding you. It was horrid. Absolutely horrid. Now, hopefully she's cleaned that up and she's got a better show going on. But back in the day, it certainly was not anything you wanted to waste your money on a ticket for.
She was so dead set on being in the Heartbreakers, and I think it was Mike Campbell said we let her in the band just so she would shut up after 3 minutes. Stevie Nicks is the only female heartbreaker on planet Earth. So it's August 27th. The lights are going down. The sun's going down. Lights are coming up. What's the first song we're going to hear out of the Hepperleys?
Ooh, I don't know yet. It's going to be exciting. I don't know what it's going to be yet.
You don't have your playlist done yet? I mean, you only got 3 weeks and 2 days.
No. It depends on what feels good and what feels right at the time. I mean, we've got a list. We got a tentative list, but anything goes.
Well, the neat thing about it is she said they play a lot of weddings. I happen to play a lot of divorces. So this is going to...
He happens to cause a lot of them by playing. That's what the problem is.
We should probably be working together a little more closely then.
I think we should, kind of give them a 2-for-1. Be like, look, things might probably work out forever. However, if they don't,
we know a guy.
Yeah, so we know a guy.
Jennifer, we all know about Joe. Joe and I have been buddies for 8 or 9 years now. We go way back to the beginning of Tree Town and so forth and so on. Listeners in this entire Midwest area know all about him. We know all about his prison record. We all know all about the current warrants that are out for him. We know about all of his stints at mental health institutions around the country. We know all these things. When it comes to the Hepperleys, though, what is kind of your range? I mean, are you country to rock, or you rock to country? Are you classic
country to rock, 50s to now? It could be George Strait, it could be Elvis, it could be Shania Twain, it could be Bonnie Raitt, it could be Pat Benatar, might even be a little Stevie Nicks and Tom Petty.
Yes. I have a thought I want to talk to you about, Jennifer. I have the perfect setting. Since your amazing sound system is going to be there, you guys are kind of going to be there all night, right?
We're going to be there.
Okay. I need to get with you off air because I have the perfect Tom Petty, Stevie Nicks thing that we're going to, because what we like to do is we'll do our sets. Ira is going to do his set, but then we're all going to come back out on stage and we're going to have just a big old throwdown. So I've got some ideas, and dude,
stop dragging my heart around, Joe.
You know what? I know you really want to tell me goodbye, but okay, sorry. We'll go into that.
I'm so glad that you said Tom Petty and Stevie Nicks, because Jennifer, when he first started talking about this, I thought he was going to say Stevie Nicks and Don Henley, and I'm like, look out for leather and lace, man. The minute he brings those words up, you are in trouble.
I'm gonna have to change my wardrobe for that, but
yeah. What do the Hepperleys look like on stage? Are they in suits and ties? Are you guys in shorts, speedos? What are we gonna see?
Well, you might see animal print speedos, not on me, but the guys. No, we have our the guitar player, long-standing guitar player, always tells us he's going to wear a leopard print speedo on stage. I've yet to see that, but he keeps telling us it's going to happen. But no, we'll just dress casual, have fun. We're not there to look good. We're there to sound good. We look good just because, but we're sound better.
Well, if you guys look good, if you guys sound good, I'll look good. How about that? We'll just
there we go.
Oh man, it's going to take a lot more than a great sound to make that happen. But hey, the beverages flowing that night, you might look good by the end of the night. Yeah,
I look better. I mean, beauty's a light switch away. That's a new song I'm working on.
You want to cover the old Mickey Gilley song and change it to "Doesn't Denim Look Prettier at Closing Time?" That kind of thing.
I actually got to play piano with him on that song.
You told me that. You said he actually had you play that for it.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, will you please? He's like, no, you got this. You're doing just fine. I'm going to stand over here and sing it. I'm like, all right, okay, you do that. It was great.
Impressive.
One of my all-time favorites, man. One of my all-time favorites. So Ira Dean, he's coming on as well. Ira and Joe are going to be here, I'm assuming the night before, or in that range of the day of, one of the two. That's coming up August 27th. Are you familiar with Fort Dodge at all, Jennifer?
Oh, a little bit, not a whole lot, but doesn't matter. We'll get there and we'll get to the party station and we'll be set up and ready to rock.
Yeah, it's very easy to find. Very easy to find without a doubt. Plus, GPS helps out quite a bit nowadays too. But very easy to find. You're gonna love the crowd. You're gonna love the listeners from down around here. You're gonna love everything that happens in the Fort Dodge area. The whole huge thing. Even Joe, Joe, you brought up about since you're using their sound system, they're gonna be there all night. You know how hilarious it would be if right as you hit the stage, Kerr and the rest of the band came up to start taking their sound system away. Oh my goodness, that would be the funniest thing I'd ever seen.
If I hand him a megaphone, right? I got to hand him the megaphone.
Yeah. And the show would go on, and that'd be amazing. In fact, at some point, it'd be great. Is there a curfew up there? I can't remember. Did we go past 11 last time, or how long did we go?
No, we were past 11. We were about 11:30 last time. I don't know if there is a curfew here or not. I'll have to check on that.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. I mean,
we know the sheriff.
Well, that's going to be the last or the least of the offenses that they're waiting to cuff you on anyway. So, I mean, what's that one matter?
Yeah. I will tell you last year, Jennifer, I don't know if you heard, but we flew a piñata on the stage in the rafters, and then we had people come out on stage as we were playing Hit Me With Your Best Shot. And we were busting the piñata, and the piñata we stuffed with airplane bottles full of liquor.
Oh.
And then we drank all those liquor bottles on stage. So it's on, is what I'm trying to tell you.
So will I be on stage when that happens? If you're doing it this year.
Yeah, because we're going to do that Tom Petty, Stevie Nicks thing.
All right.
So be ready for that.
I'm ready.
The thing that we found out last year, though, is, with Joe on stage when the piñata was busting open, that those piñatas, the size, it wasn't near big enough. So, we're looking at, I don't know what, a good 10-yard piñata this year.
No, I think this year we're going to bring in an air balloon, and just fill that thing up with full-size bottles. And is the Hepperly Band a dry band, or do they drink on stage, or do they part?
We're not a dry band, but we like to keep it a family show. We don't get too crazy. Clothes don't come off, but
oh man!
But that doesn't mean we won't drink on stage.
You haven't seen a Joe Denim concert then, have you?
Well, I do my best to keep my clothes on stage. It doesn't always go the way I plan, but it's going to be. This will be great. Whenever I mention the Hepperly Band, or when the name comes up, I always hear the same thing. It's like, oh, those guys are great, and they got a following. People travel to see you guys. Yeah.
We can pack the park. We'll pack the place.
Let's do it. This is going to be a great time, and I'm excited. Glad you're a part of it, and I'll get with you off air, and we'll come up with some tricks and some songs that I think will be pretty amazing.
Excellent. I can't wait.
Be careful, Jennifer. Be careful.
Don't throw down the gauntlet, Darren.
Looking forward to it. Now, again, you can get your tickets still at, of course, joedenim.com, but also find Stumpy. Get your picture taken with Stumpy. He's going to take $5 off per ticket. I understand that some people stopped over at Stumpy's Bar and Grill the other night, and Stumpy wasn't there, so he met them the next day in Fort Dodge and got his picture taken with him, got some tickets sold and the whole work. So, whatever it takes. If he's not there when you stop at Stumpy's Bar and Grill in Duncan, just have them contact him, and he'll meet you somewhere where you can get your tickets. Again, $5 off per ticket when you do that. And, you don't have to worry about the picture with Stumpy because he won't be seen in the photograph anyway. He's only, on most people about navel high. So
I think that Stumpy is the original ticket master.
To call him master, if anything, is a stretch. But, Stumpy needs a stretch of some kind. But anyway, that's coming up on August the 27th. JoeDenim.com. Again, the Hepperly Band opening for Ira Dean, opening for JD. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. 3 weeks, 2 days.
3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna write some new songs now that I've got this together.
Good deal, man. Good deal.
Starkist is gonna happen. You know that.
Well, of course. If it's not, then I'm not going to MC it. If it's not,
yeah, it's gonna be a thing. Jennifer, if you haven't heard Starkist, it's pretty monumental song.
Could be
Monumental. I'll
the
get on
song
it.
that most summarizes how he is. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
just in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it sums it all up about 3.5 minutes.
Yeah,
All right.
Pretty much it. Yeah. You might want to get on, I don't know, joedenim.com and see if there's any clips of his shows, or go to the adult version of YouTube and see if there's any clips of his shows or whatever it may be. Yeah. Check out what you're in for before you get here.
We will.
This will be great.
Hey, by the way, how did you leave the Big Apple? Did you leave it intact, or are they looking for you there too?
I took a bite out of the Big Apple, but dude, that town was great. I think I told you the entire town of New York City. How do you say town and city in this? New York City, the entire place smells like pot. The entire place. I've been there in and out for the last 12, 13 years. I have never, literally, every sidewalk, everyone was smoking pot out, and I'm just walking down the street smoking pot. I was like, what is going on? And you know what? This was the friendliest visit I've ever had to New York, because everyone was just so chilled out. You know, it's got that whole vibe of not looking at anybody, not smiling. Man, it was great. So they didn't need my help. I left it how I found it, and we're going back. It was a complete success. The shows up there were killer. Everybody that was supposed to be there was there, and word on the street is we're going to be going back and doing a lot more up there. So
Fantastic, man.
New York was great. Nashville on Monday was sold out. We killed it here, and then we're heading to Huntsville, Alabama on Saturday night. So
yes, you are. Yes, you
then
are,
we
man.
come back to Nashville, jump on a private plane, and zap down to Pensacola. Do Pensacola on Tuesday, and I forget after that. But yes, the Big Apple was might have been on those New York City streets just a little too much, if you know what I'm saying. But,
everybody walking around smoking pot, and that's why there's food carts every 6 feet.
Dude,
because that's what
the
everybody
food
does.
carts. Yeah, I mean, you couldn't get a gyro. There was a wait. I'm like, what is this, a line for TSA? It was actually a gyro cart line, you know. But the other time that I remember seeing people just blatantly walking around smoking these huge joints was in Jamaica. I thought I was in Jamaica, and I'm not talking rough New York. I'm talking downtown Manhattan. I'm talking right there. I'm like, okay, here we go.
Well, they're just getting ready for the Willie Nelson concert. Not a big deal, you know.
Yeah, Willie. Yeah, it was great. So Big Apple was killer. Shows are great. People are just loving it, and you know, like you say, we're got the bus fired up and we're ready to come up there and full band this thing and tear into it, Fort Dodge.
3 weeks, 2 days, DENIMFEST 2022. Looking forward to it. Jennifer, thanks for being on with us today. Very much appreciated. Look forward to meeting you in person in 3 weeks and 2 days, and here in the Hepperly Band. Can't wait to hear that.
Excellent. Joe, we'll be talking soon.
You got it. Have a good one.
All right.
JD, we'll talk to you next week, brother. Love you, man.
Rock on. Love you too. See you. Bye.
See you guys. Oh, yes, DENIMFEST 2022. Don't forget, get your tickets online at joedenim.com, or find Stumpy. Tell him you want to purchase some tickets. He'll take $5 off per ticket, and then you can use that extra $5 per ticket to use for whatever, beverages, food, whatever you want to get while you're at DENIMFEST, and maybe some souvenirs, whatever it may be. All that coming up August the 27th. So 3 weeks is in 2 days. I keep saying 3 weeks. And how do you do two with just that was fingers? So just do two the old way, the old fashioned way. 3 weeks, 2 days. Well, that was almost like Chuck Woolery, wasn't it? 3 weeks, 2 days. Remember when he used to do that on Love Connection? You back in 2 and 2, back after this. Remember that? Anyway, all that coming up in 3 weeks and 2 days right here at Fort Frenzy Field in Fort Dodge. Get those tickets, man. We want to see you there. DENIMFEST 2022. Stick around. We're going to roll into the 9 o'clock time. Carrie Underwood is going to meet us there.